Okay, we've just finished the 3 videos that explain how all this works, and we build it up from scratch. But we want to do one other thing here. I want to turn this whole thing of finding the sum, maximum number, and the length of the cycle into a function. And that's actually fairly easy to do. And what we need to do is actually just take these statements here and put them inside a function. So let me get rid of this for now, and I'm going to tell df, and let's just call it collatz. And the only thing we're going to give it is an n. Now all of these things have to be scooched over by 4. And let's just do that by hitting the tab key. That should do it because it's set for 4. So that moves it all over. Now this should work, but what we have to do is give it n equals, well, let's just do 11. And then we just do collatz n. Now remember, inside this function, this doesn't have to be n. It could be anything, but that's fine. N works, so why not? So, and in fact, it does call this function. So let's see if all this works. So we do the F5, and I got an invalid something or other. Oh, forgot the colon. That's pretty elementary. I should not have done that. So let's see if that fixes it. Yep, everything seems fine. It's printing out these things. Okay, so now we have this function, but this function doesn't return anything. So I'm going to come back here, and let's go back 1 and type return, and then I'm going to return these things, these 3 things. Just put it here. Just need the space, no parentheses or anything. That'll be fine. And now here, let me just make this z equals, and then we'll print z. Okay. So let's run it again, F5. We run this, and then I'm going to print z, and z prints 259, 52, and 15, which is what it should print. But notice they're inside parens, not square brackets. So it's not a list, it's called a tuple. And the only real difference between tuples and lists are that lists can be changed and tuples cannot. And so it's a sort of a way of making sure that you don't mess around with things, although you can pull numbers out. You can pull the first, the 0, they have an index, 0, 1, and 2, just like a list. So it's not of any material difference, it's just these are immutable, where lists can be changed. So let's see what we have here. Okay, now just to make this a little neater, what I'd like to do is take a pound sign here and then do some stars. Could just spaces are fine, but if I do this, I know where the functions end and start. And the reason for this to me is that it's awfully easy to get lost with the indentations, especially when you cross boundaries. So I just kind of have a habit of doing something like this, and it could put more space in if you want. That's not important. The thing is, what we have now is a function. So in other words, to do the whole body of this thing is just here. We just give it an n, we call the collatz function, and everything's taken care of because we've done all the work here in this function and this other function that we called. So now my challenge to you would be to put everything in a loop, and let's look at the sequences from, say, 1 to 100 and find the one that's the longest, or the one that has the biggest sum, etc., etc. So think about doing that, Be kind of fun. Over and out.